Hey guys, I'm Teresa Gaskins. I actually get to say that for once because I know for a fact this is the start of a video. Today is the 25th, so I woke up at 11 and wrote for 20 minutes because I've been doing that each morning when I woke up. And then Sarah Lubrat was doing a live stream, and so the started at 11:30. So I decided to go ahead and hop into that and wrote total for the day to 2,400 something. Yeah, 2,418, which puts me at 21,780 overall, and I am now went from only just being caught up to my goal yesterday to being 2 days ahead now, which is awesome. So that was a really great writing day. I did kind of like, as I was doing it, I was like, huh, it does not feel like last week that I was at 10,000. Like, what? Where did the last 10,000 words come from? Anyone? Where'd they come from? So I'm done writing for the day because I'm 2 days ahead and I want to spend some time just vegging out and watching YouTube and not feeling guilty about it because I should be writing. Maybe play some video games. Definitely play some video games. When quarantine started, I was like, I'm finally gonna get to finish Breath of the Wild. Nope. Not so far. I also, on Sarah's live stream, her last sprint was a 30-minute one, but I got up to 900 words, so I'm like, one of these days, I'm gonna really try and, like, probably not this month, but one day, soon-ish, I want to really try and, like, go for a 1,000 words in 30 minutes. I don't think that's anything I'm ever gonna hold consistently, but I always just thought, that's the thing, you can write that fast? And so now, it's like, I'm really getting close to actually being able to write that fast. Again, not going to be able to do it consistently. There are some people who write so fast just consistently, and it's like, I can't, like, no. But I would like to just be able to say I've done it at some point. So it's April 26th. I just woke up and I was about to start writing, so I pulled up the NaNoWriMo stats page, which just disappeared for no reason. There we go. It's back. And it has the words needed today, which is like the number of words, move you out of the light, the number of words you would need if, like, to write each day for the rest of the days, and including this one. And it's 448, which is less than 500, which means that as long as I keep doing my personal goal, or my primary goal, I guess, like, yeah, I guess it's my primary goal, and the total overall number is kind of my secondary goal. So it's pretty much, so as long as I do 500 words for the next 5 days, I can, my secondary goal of being 24,000 words overall in the month is set. So that's pretty great. Hopefully I haven't just lost all of my motivation for writing, because I'm not motivated today at all. But it should be fine. 500 words should just be easy to get out in a couple 20-minute sprints, so I'm gonna go do that. So I just finished writing for the day. I got around 900-ish words. And I realized, because I was writing things, and one of the things I was writing things, what? No! As I was finishing up, one of the things I wrote was a character explaining to Ronnie how to explain this without spoiling. They'd sort of lied to her, but not like, it was something that they had told her that from the information she had would have seemed like a lie. And there was a reason for her to see that it wasn't exactly, but I didn't really explain it because I got to this thing and just now it was explained why it wasn't a lie. And so this, like, question has been up in the air for like 10,000-ish words, because I kept thinking, oh, they're gonna explain it in this chapter. You know, that's just a couple chapters from now, it'll be fine. And then I can explain then that she had realized sort of the reason it wasn't a lie. But I'm like, 10,000 words is a long time to leave this hanging and have the reader just be like, why do you keep saying this when clearly it is not true? So, like, for the reader, it would come across as a lie, but like, I feel like it would just be frustrating for the reader to be like, why isn't she pointing this out sooner in all these conversations she's having? I mean, obviously, I think there's enough information that the reader could realize the same things as her. The reader has the same information as her in regards to this, but it's sort of a stretch of reasoning for why she wouldn't, like, even if you realize that, you would still probably question, like, why isn't she asking? So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But that's the sort of things we fix in edits, so I guess it's fine. Hey guys, it is April 28th. I actually want to talk to you guys about April 27th, but first I have about 204 more words I need to get today, so I'm gonna push through that real quick, and then come back and tell you about how yesterday went terribly wrong. Okay, so maybe terribly horribly wrong is a bit of an exaggeration, but yesterday definitely did not go great. We have a thunderstorm going on outside, so sorry for any weird flashes of light or rumblings. Anyway, so I woke up, I started my first 20-minute sprint for the day, first thing in the morning, got about halfway through and realized that my story had a problem, and just stopped my writing cold and derailed the entirety of my day. And that was that I realized I had a plot hole. And to explain this, I'm going to have to go a bit more into my story. So Ronnie is currently captive by the secret organization, the Good One, and she can't get out because of partially knowing too much, but there's also other reasons involved that are actually bigger. I had another plot where there's a spy in the organization, because, I mean, what organization? Secret organizations don't have spies. So one of her motivations or goals is to catch the spy. And the reason is that the spy is obviously working for the other organization, and the other organization has information that would help her to be freed. So, obviously, on her goal to get free, catching the spy is something that makes sense for her to do. But I realized that they have prisoners from the other organization already. Which raises the question, if they can get this information from the spy, why can't they get it from the other prisoners? And I realized that in the middle of my sprint, and I just stopped writing for probably 5 or 10 minutes. I only got 150 words. And then I couldn't write for the rest of the day because I kept trying to wrap my head about, okay, how am I going to fix this? Because do I take out the prisoners? I kind of wanted to do that anyway, but also then it's really hard to be like, what do they do with the, like, there's people that got knocked out during this earlier fight. How did they escape if they're not prisoners? And also there's no way that my good guys just killed them in cold blood. That would be problematic, especially since they wouldn't want to, because again, they want information about the secret organization, so it wouldn't even if it was something where I wanted to tell a really dark story where, oh, they're the gooder guys, but they're still killing, like, no, they wouldn't kill these people, logically speaking, so why can't they get the information from them? Even if they were lying about thinking they could get the information from the spy, Ronnie should catch that, so why does she specifically need them to catch the spy? What I've come up with for now is that rather than catching the spy to get the information from him, they're catching the spy because they think they will be able to use him as a lead, or her, as a lead to find the base of the other secret organization, and then in the course of finding it, attacking it, defeating them, hopefully winning the day, they will find the information that she needs. But I don't like that solution as much because it makes a much less direct result. In my original thing, it was very much direct. She catches the spy, spy gives information, she gets free. That makes it very concise goal for her. With this, it's like she catches the spy, hopefully they can follow him back to find the location of the organization and then attack it, and hopefully the attack goes smoothly and they'll either find someone who tells them the information or find the information or whatever. And it's like that's convoluted and more than I want to fit into this book. The other thing I can think of is, at least as a quick result, is just having them tell her straight up, hey, help us catch the spy and we'll let you go because that will prove that you're trustworthy or something. Which is, again, a weaker result because there's more going on than just whether they trust her or not. And so that wouldn't really make as much sense. So the best solution would probably be to figure out how to get rid of the prisoners without murdering them. But then I have to figure out, okay, in this whole battle between these two organizations, how have they never taken prisoners? And this really just comes down to another problem where I just need to sort out how these battles work. Like, how do they hide that there's these two secret organizations doing battle? You know, how do these confrontations tend to happen? And so basically, as I realized this plot hole and couldn't come up with a good solution for it yesterday, it just derailed me because I'm very much, even though it was something where it's like, okay, just write it as it is, fix it in editing, I could have done that. But it's hard for me to, if I don't know how if I know there's a problem that's going to happen in the future and I can't deal with it now, it's very hard for me to push through. My brain's like, I don't know how to write this, so what's the point of even trying? And it's very frustrating. So for now, I think I wrote today and I got 700 words, so I think I'm set to just keep going at least through the end of the month. But it was definitely something worth noting that, like, that completely derailed my work process yesterday, and it actually ruined my motivation for doing anything, including schoolwork that was completely unrelated. So yeah, to sum up, found a plot hole in my story, and then my brain couldn't function, so I just stopped. So yeah, it's still a problem. I'm still not completely happy with the solution I have, but it was enough that it was like, okay, I can write this into the story, and I'm not gonna be freaking out over why the prisoners can't give the answer right now. And then hopefully, maybe by the end of the story, I can come up with a reason for them to not have prisoners currently, or at least to not have prisoners that would know the information. Well, that was fun. Alright, so it is the 29th of April. Technically, it's past midnight, but I have not written yet today. So I'm counting it as the 29th because that's how I roll. It's before 2 a.m. So that's pretty good for me. So I haven't written yet, but I was looking at my NaNo site and I'm at, went away. I lost my stats page. Why did I do that? I'm at 23,594 words, which is less than 500 from my goal for this camp. And so I'm hopefully gonna win right here just before I go to bed, and I will get to sleep on my laurels, except not really, because I won't have any physical laurels to sleep on. So, I guess I'll just jump right into it and tell you how it goes. We are 120-minute sprint down, 284 words, and I'm just about to start another 20-minute sprint. Got my snacks. I don't know if those will help, but I wanted them. And hopefully, at the end of this next 20 minutes, I will be a Camp NaNoWriMo winner. Woohoo! Woo!
That was stupid. Okay.
So as you guys saw, I am a Camp NaNoWriMo winner. I am going to still try and write my 500 words for the 30th. And then after that, I'm probably going to try and stick with my writing 20 minutes each morning before I get into the day. But the next 2 weeks are going to be mostly focused on school and getting everything wrapped up for that because we're going into finals, and therefore I don't know what my writing routine is going to be like. But for now, I have a few ideas of goals I want to have, but I'm not going to be able to say anything solid for the month. I am going to try and get my 500 words for the 30th after I wake up. After that, I'm probably going to go back to just trying to write for 20 minutes each morning when I wake up. And then whether I write more than that or less than that will just depend on how I feel. And then hopefully by the end of the month, I'll figure out what my goal is going to be for June, I guess. But we'll deal with that when we get there.